Are you a beginner to the world of GTA Roleplay, wondering which server you should join in 2026? Well, you're not alone, because just in the past couple of years, GTA Roleplaying has taken off in a very big way with so many different new tech and content upgrades that it's almost impossible to keep track of all as an outsider, and finding the right server for yourself is more challenging than ever before since there are literally hundreds of options to choose from. But I've done the research for you and condensed it all down into an easy top 5 list where there are no bad options to pick, and I've even got a server that is optimized specifically for new players. And that server is none other than grandrp. Now, the reason I put grandrp in the #1 spot is because it's the server I play the most whenever I'm not busy with GTA 5 online in its vanilla form, and it's also the server that's the easiest to transition into if you are a vanilla GTA player. See, pretty much everything in grandrp functions around its economy because this is at its core an economy server, and the way it's all structured reminds me of GTA 5 online, where you start with nothing, grind your way up to the very top, buy cool and expensive stuff, and use that cool and expensive stuff to unlock even more content. So we've got businesses, supercars, aircraft, gang wars, cops, EMS, all the usual RP stuff, but it's way more detailed and nuanced versus your typical GTA Online money grind. Like, sure, you can farm grass or churn out batches of Coca-Cola at your secret hideout, but you can't just walk up to a table and press E on a laptop to start production. You need to meet up with people, buy supplies from actual suppliers, negotiate rates for your product, and set up your own logistics chain. Then you've got an actual free market over here where supply and demand decides prices rather than some arbitrary fixed number decided by Rockstar's coders. And supply is often seasonal for certain items because grandrp is consistently getting new content updates with limited time crates and drops, so prices tend to spike for certain items after the season ends, and if you know how to work the market, you can make a ton of money by reselling the right kind of stuff. I also love how easy this server is to join for new players. First off, it's free, so you have nothing to lose by checking it out. On top of that, there's no whitelisting process, zero. So all you have to do is click on my link in the pinned comment or description, which will take you to the official website of grandrp, and over there, you can enter your name, your email, and select which server you want to play on, and that's it. Now you're ready to download the client and start playing grandrp. It's really that simple. Plus, if you sign up using my link, you'll get access to some early game cash rewards, as well as a choice of 3 luxury sedans that are yours to keep for an entire week. So make sure when you sign up, join English server #1 so you can join my family, the Hazard Gang, to get started. And because grandrp runs on expanded and enhanced as well, you don't even have to use the legacy version of GTA 5, like you have to do with every other RP server out there. You have the choice, legacy or enhanced. By the way, right now is an excellent time to join grandrp as well, because we just got another major battle pass update just a few days ago, and this one's special because it marks the 10-year anniversary of the server, and that means we're getting some limited time exclusive cash bonuses, festive events, and brand new gameplay mechanics as well. So if you join up now, you're in for a treat, since grandrp is probably the best it's ever been. At #2, we've got Designer Gas Club Gaming, which, like grandrp, is free to join, and this one's an action-heavy, community-focused server that gets a strong recommendation from me. DGC is on its V6 release right now, which introduced a bunch of cool new cars as well as an overhauled graphics engine, so it looks a lot better than before. And while the sign up itself is free, I should probably warn you about the complex whitelisting process before you join, because you can't just hop in anytime you want like you do with grandrp. Instead, you have to go through a multi-stage application process, during which the moderators will check your bio to see if there's a role available for you. But once you do get in, Designer Gas Club will impress you with its massive collection of custom scripts, huge variety in vehicle types, and extensive array of weapon customization options. You can definitely tell that this is a community-driven server first and foremost, because they don't shove any microtransactions or paid membership tiers in your face, and they don't tolerate any form of bullying, harassment, or drama. DGC is purely for role players who like to collaborate and create awesome stories together, and you're encouraged to treat everyone with respect over here. I also love the way the UI is structured, and I think it's one of the best looking RP servers out there, purely from a graphical standpoint. As is the case with a lot of other top tier RP servers, you do have a wide variety of jobs as well as extrajudicial money making options. You can be a garbage man, a food truck owner, or a gang member. It really all depends on the character that you want to play and the opportunities presented to you as your story unfolds. All things considered, Designer Gas Club gets a strong recommendation from me, and it's perfect for those of you out there who are interested in serious RP and don't mind going through a whitelisting process first. Next up, we've got a fresh new entry on my list, and this one's called Paradise Roleplay. It was introduced just a few months ago, but once you load into the city, you'll be surprised with just how much progress they've made, especially considering it's in such a short span of time. They've already got the core businesses and activities that you find on most other good RP servers. You've got government jobs, gangs, daily chores, bars, black markets, a booming drug economy, and all the street racing that you can handle. Paradise RP is also adding new features and custom scripts on a daily basis, and one of my favorites is the crafting system for drugs, where you literally select different kinds of crafting tables and lay them down on the work floor. Then you manually mix and match ingredients to create the perfect blend of crystal, or grass, or even Coca-Cola, if you get what I mean. Paradise even has its own version of the master control terminal from vanilla GTA, except here it's a tablet that you can carry with you so you can access your business management system at any time. This works for every business you own. You can set up new interaction points for the cashier, you can set employee permissions and change wages, you can even set store discounts for customers, and you can hire staff or fire staff members as you see fit, all from your tablet. There's a level of functionality and attention to detail over here that is rarely seen in a server of this size, and so just for that alone, I have to commend Paradise Roleplay. And what's reassuring about all this rapid progress is that Paradise's RP goal isn't to churn out new updates like it's a McDonald's menu. Instead, they want to take their time and make sure every new job, every new property, every new mission is polished to perfection before it makes its way onto the server. Quality over quantity is their motto, and I'd say they've done a great job of it so far. Paradise feels like a city with potential and a real sense of direction, and the good thing about joining up now is that everyone's still new, everyone's still trying to get their footing, and new scripts are being rolled out every day. Scripts for store robberies, scripts for modeling a building exterior, scripts for gangs, scripts for drug running, all that good stuff that you want in a budding RP server. Now, just so we're clear, Paradise RP isn't quite on par with the big dogs, not yet, so it's not going to dethrone NoPixel anytime, but it's still insane to see just how refined the gameplay systems feel and how smoothly everything functions in what is essentially a beta release. And speaking of NoPixel, it's the number 4 server on my list, and I like to call this one the celebrity's choice because it's famous for hosting the highest concentration of big name content creators compared to any other GTA roleplay server. We've got big names like XQC, Valkyrie, Pokimane, Kevin, and SFanTV who've all made appearances on NoPixel in the past, and that's just a small fraction of the giant list of e-celebs who've been featured on this legendary server. Unfortunately, this also means that NoPixel has a very strict whitelisting process to keep the plebs separated from the rich folks. Oftentimes, people will fill out their application and not even get a reply for weeks on end unless they donate money to get priority tier, and even then, your chances of being accepted are kinda iffy. You should also note that this isn't a server for newbies, at least if you're trying to make it out of the public NoPixel server and into the whitelisted section, because if you want to avoid the chaos of public servers and make it into the whitelisted servers where all the big names play, you're expected to at least have some RP experience, which means you need to come up with an interesting background for your character, tell the admins about your hobbies, explain what style of role player you are, all that nerdy stuff. Then, once you get whitelisted, you better hope that you don't run into an ego-tripping streamer because they and their friends will absolutely ruin your day if you make them feel insecure in any way. At this stage, if you've made it through your first few days at NoPixel, congrats, because despite all of its streamer shenanigans, people constantly flock to NoPixel since the content over here is unlike anything else you'll find on a regular old GTA RP server. In 2024, they even added a whole new sewer system underneath the main city that functions like a basement level with all new quest lines, items, and customization tools that you can find in there. The vehicle modding scene is also quite robust in NoPixel with hot rods, drag machines, sporty coupes, drift tunes, and anything else that you can think of. Then you have all the government buildings like the Davis Courthouse, Mission Row Police Department, and Sandy Medical, which are all available as downloadable interior packs from their store. And as you can imagine, they have tons of government jobs to go along with these buildings like EMS, police, SWAT, state attorneys, judges, just about anything that you can think of. NoPixel probably has it. There's honestly a ton of custom features packed into this server to the point where it's almost overwhelming for newbies, and what's cool is that NoPixel's dev team is constantly patching and streamlining things to make the overall experience feel balanced and enjoyable. So they don't just lazily tack on new stuff to the old UI. They remove, they add, and change features all the time to make the whole system function as one cohesive role-playing unit. NoPixel 5.0 is the latest version that they're working on right now, and it's currently in its beta testing phase, but the most interesting fact about NoPixel 5 is that it's being developed in collaboration with Rockstar, and once it's ready, you'll be able to launch it directly from the Rockstar Games launcher. Last but not least, server number 5 on my list is a little nice place called City Life Roleplay, and it's currently on its 3rd iteration, which was released on the 27th of December last year, but its version 3.0 is still getting patches and content updates with new custom scripts being added every single week. City Life RP3 has everything you need in a top-tier roleplay server. It's got a well-balanced economy, skill-based gameplay, lots of players online at all times, and a vibrant community on Discord where people come up with new scenarios and hunt for jobs in the various state departments. If I were to nitpick, the only hurdle for casuals is that you need to pay for priority queue, but then again, this is a serious roleplay server with no microtransactions, and it runs entirely off of donations, so I can understand where they're coming from. Just for clarity, this 5M server has payment-gated membership tiers, and there are 5 levels to it, each unlocking a new set of features for your player character. However, you still get access to all the basics right from the start, like being able to apply for any job you want and buying pretty much everything in the game except for a few luxury penthouses and garages which are exclusive to upper membership tiers. There's also a really nice wiki for City Life RP that guides you through the process of setting up your character, the controls, and all the different jobs you can do. You can be a garbage man, a plumber, post office delivery boy, a driver, a fisherman, a miner, a truck driver, or even a prospector. And there are different skills related to each of these jobs that you can level up, just like an RPG. On the server Discord, people can sign up to be cops, EMS, Justice Department employees, or real estate agents, and you have a variety of criminal activities like store and house robberies, bank heists, drug manufacturing and distribution, chop shops, and more. And once you do these activities, you'll understand the appeal of a realistic GTA roleplay, because unlike vanilla GTA, where the game tells you everything and holds your hand, in City Life RP, you can't just drive to a yellow marker and pick up equipment for your math or acid lab. Instead, you have to talk to people, build real connections, and work discreetly online to avoid drawing the attention of the police. Then you have to manually manage your inventory and source every little part, every ingredient for your drug empire, by yourself. Every single part of the process, from sourcing supplies and equipment to manufacturing, security, and distribution, is done by hand, for example, and it feels engaging and immersive unlike anything you've ever experienced. So if you're someone who values realism and detail over pure action, City Life RP is the perfect place for you. And there you have it. Those are my top 5 GTA RP servers, updated for 2026. If you're tired of the same old heists and businesses and you want to try something new with a group of teammates who take role-playing seriously, you can't go wrong with any of these. I'm also open to suggestions from you guys on which RP servers I should cover next. So if you have any good experiences with any of them, let me know down in the comments. Personally, my favorite is grandrp, so make sure you click the link in the description or in the pinned comment, use my link, go to their website, sign up, join English server number 1, join the Hazard Gang, and get started. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.